Yo, what's good, everybody? It's Caldy, and today, guys, we're going to be talking about NBA 2K18. Alright, so I already did a video on the top 10 players that we need in the game, like Charles Barkley and Reggie Miller and those types of players, but this video is going to be the top historic teams that we still need in NBA 2K18. Alright, so we already have, basically, when I was like trying to make this list, 2K has done a very good job putting basically all the good historic teams into the game, bro. Like, honestly, they have pretty much all the good ones, but there are still a couple that we do need. So this video is gonna go over those couple that we still need. So starting it out at number 1, guys, we have the 2013 and 2014 San Antonio Spurs. Spurs Nation, stand the fuck up. I'm super surprised that the Spurs don't have a historic team in the game with Tim Duncan, Ginobili, and Tony Parker. The one good historic Spurs team they have is the David Robinson and Tim Duncan team. This is the team that beat that Miami Heat team, all right? So they have a young Kawhi Leonard who won Finals MVP. They have a Tim Duncan who is still just a monster. I think he was in his 16th season. He was pretty old at the time, but he was still good. You have Ginobili, who is still contributing. You have Tony Parker, who is still contributing. You got Patty Mills. Honestly, they could even add in like the 2005 Spurs or the 2006 Spurs. I'm not sure which years that they won the NBA championships. I think it might have been 04. But we just need one historic Spurs team with Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, and Ginobili when they were all in their prime. That would be perfect. 2014, they weren't really in their prime, but like I said, they got Kawhi Leonard and a bunch of other pieces. So yeah, 2013, 2014 Spurs, or just an early 2000 Spurs when they had Tony Parker and Ginobili with Tim Duncan. That would be great. All right, guys, and the next one is the 1994-1995 Pacers. This goes along with Reggie Miller. Reggie Miller is on the team. They basically have like the entire, like the big pieces of the team without Reggie Miller. They have Byron Scott. They have Rick Smits. I think that they have, yeah, they do have Mark Jackson. They have Antonio Davis. So this is the Pacers team that actually beat the Knicks in 7 games. It was when Reggie Miller did that choking sign shit, and then they lost to the Orlando Magic in the Eastern Conference Finals. So like I said, this kind of goes along with the whole Reggie Miller thing. Like, we really need Reggie Miller in the game, bro. This would just be such a dope team to add. It's a pretty cool team in NBA history, and yeah, honestly, I just really want to play with Reggie Miller, bro. I'm a fucking three-point cheeser, and you know Reggie Miller is gonna come decked out and just three-point cheese, three-point unlimited fucking badges, whatever you call it. This dude is gonna be unreal in the game. So yeah, I just want to use Reggie Miller. 2K, get that shit done. And then next up, this goes along with Charles Barkley getting added into the game. We need the 1992-1993 Suns in the game, man. They got to the NBA Finals, lost to the Bulls. Charles Barkley would have an NBA championship if it wasn't for fucking Michael Jordan, man, which, I mean, you could say that for a lot of other people, but this team was honestly OP, dude. They had Tom Chambers, they had Kevin Johnson, they had Danny Ainge, Charles Barkley, Dan Maherly, and honestly, if you play 2K, you could probably recognize some of these names. Cedric Ceballos, they're all in the game besides Barkley, dude. So I'm thinking if they get Barkley into the game, they have to add this team, bro. 1993 Suns, man, this team was super good, and I think it was Barkley's best team. They finished 62-20, which is an amazing record, and like I said, they have pretty much everybody else, so just get Barkley and then put this team into the game. It'd be super fun to play with. All right, so for the next one, guys, I think last year they did add the 2001 Lakers team, so it's better than the 1998 one that they used to have with Kobe when he was super young. But what we really do need, bro, is the 2009-2010 Lakers, bro, with Pau Gasol, Derek Fisher. You got Lamar Odom, Adam Morrison, the GOAT, Meta World Peace, Luke Walton, Shannon Brown, Andrew Bynum when he was actually good. This is that repeat Lakers team, and honestly, I just think we need a historic Lakers team when Kobe was the leader, not just like the Kobe and Shaq team. And Lamar Odom into the game would be awesome, bro. Playing with Lamar Odom would be sweet, bro. He was like a point forward. He was 6'10", and yeah, I just think he would be cool to play with. And plus, who wouldn't want to play with Adam Morrison, the greatest player of all time? All right, so I'm probably gonna get some hate for this one, but you know what? I'm just gonna say it loud and proud. Dub Nation, stand the fuck up. All right, this Warriors team lost in the finals to the Cavs. That was one of the greatest finals series I've ever seen. That is probably the best final series I've ever seen against the Cavs in 7 games. But this Warriors team went 73-9, the greatest record of all time in the regular season. So I'm thinking you might as well just add this team into the game now, bro. Like, seriously, the greatest regular season of all time. You might as well just put it into the game. Steph Curry's best season. Klay Thompson had an efficient season. Sean Livingston, Andre Iguodala, Draymond Green. Now, obviously, some are going to argue that the team this year was better with Kevin Durant and stuff, but I just think there was something special about this team because they all came together, man. 73-9. They did lose in the finals, but still, man, I don't know. I just feel like since they set the record that they should have a historic team in the game. Okay, Bulls Nation. I did not forget about you guys, everybody. Okay, this is Derrick Rose's MVP season, the 2010-2011 Bulls, man. They made it to the Eastern Conference Finals, which was pretty damn good for this team. You had Derrick Rose, Joakim Noah when he wasn't a walking trash can. You had Luol Deng on this team. Carlos Boozer wasn't terrible. Omer Asik wasn't that bad. He was a rookie. You had Kyle Korver, pasty-ass white boy, three-point specialist. Taj Gibson, man. Rasul Butler, I think I'm saying that name wrong, but Ronnie Brewer. Dude, this team just top to bottom wasn't that bad. And they just got fucked over because they had to play the fucking Heat with LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh, man. So, oh shit, how could I forget? Brian Scalabrine, the GOAT, was on this team. But yeah, I just think that this team would be dope, man, because everyone knows Derrick Rose with the injuries and stuff just isn't the same player, and it would just be cool to have a prime Derrick Rose team into the game. So yeah, 2010-2011 Bulls for sure, and just imagine how dope that Rose would be too. All right, so this is one that really isn't that important to me, but the only reason I really put it on here is just because somehow, how the fuck did Dwight Howard get this team to the finals? The 2008-2009 Magic. So this roster made it to the finals and eventually lost to the Lakers 4-1. They did beat the Cavaliers and LeBron James 4-2. You had Dwight Howard, Rashard Lewis when he was pretty goddamn good. You had JJ Redick. Shit, Tyronn Lue was on this team. You had Marcin Gortat. Dwight Howard, by the way, in this time period was literally a beast, bro. Protecting the rim and everything. You had Hedo Turkoglu as well, who was a three-point cheeser. And yeah, I just think the 2008-2009 Magic would be pretty dope to have. I mean, it's not like a big historic team, but I just think it would be a cool one to have. Okay, and the next one is, I know Moses Malone got his rights taken out of the game, so they can't put Moses Malone in the game right now. I'm not sure if that changed for next year. Hopefully it did. But we do need a 76ers historic team with him and Dr. J on the squad. Those were some of the greatest teams of all time. So yeah, hopefully next year they do get the rights back for Moses Malone. I'm not a huge Moses Malone fan. Like, I'm not going to go around using Moses Malone, but I just think he's a big part of NBA history, and those historic 76ers teams, I think they are still in the game, actually. They're just not the same without Moses Malone, dude. It's just literally just Dr. J. All right, guys, and the next one is the 2002-2003 Nets. The Nets actually made it to back-to-back finals, guys, in 2001-2002 and then 2002-2003. If it wasn't for fucking Kobe and Shaq and then the Spurs dynasty, they definitely would have won a championship, but I feel like in the NBA, there's just one dynasty that's always dominating everybody at one point in time, and a lot of great teams kind of get forgotten, and I feel like this Nets team kind of got forgotten a little bit. They had Jason Kidd, Richard Jefferson, man. Jason Kidd, by the way, was playing out of his mind on the Nets. They had Kenyon Martin, who is a very underrated player. Dikembe Mutombo, who is a lot older, but still pretty good. They had Brian Scalabrine, Rodney Rogers. So they already have a lot of players that they would need to make this team. They just kind of have to add the team in. So yeah, 2002-2003 Nets, I think that would be a dope one. All right, guys, and the last one is the 2010-2011 Mavericks. Guys, if I forgot some, let me know in the comment section. I probably did. But they have the 2002-2003 Mavericks in the game with Steve Nash and Dirk Nowitzki. All right, well, this team actually won a goddamn championship, all right? And they beat the fucking Heat with LeBron, Wade, and Bosh. So you have Dirk Nowitzki pulling off one of the greatest NBA finals I've literally ever seen. You had Peja Stojakovic, who I don't even remember really playing that much, but he was an old three-point cheeser. You have Jason Terry, man, who played out of his mind in that series. Like, there was one game, I forgot which game, but he did go off in that series. And honestly, I didn't even know this, but Steve Novak was on that team, by the way. Discount double check. You had Sean Marion, man, Jason Kidd when he was old. JJ Brea was coming off the bench giving good minutes. Like, this team actually, Deshaun Stevenson, I remember too, was locking down LeBron James in the finals. Like, LeBron James in the fourth quarter during that series was terrible. So yeah, that's gonna be the last one, guys. Oh shit, I forgot about Tyson Chandler too. Tyson Chandler, one of the biggest factors in that series. How did I forget about him? So yeah, guys, that team was honestly really good. Brendan Haywood, dude, that Mavericks team was a lot better than people think. And Dirk freaking carried them, by the way. So yeah, that's the last one, guys. 2010-2011 Mavericks. Those are a couple teams that I hope that they add into NBA 2K18. I hope you guys enjoyed this, man. Leave a thumbs up if you guys did. Subscribe if you guys are new. And I am out, guys. Peace.
All right, bottles on me, long as someone drink it. Never drop the ball, fuck it, y'all thinking. Making sure the young money ship is never sinking. About to set it up. Tell me how I'm getting home. You too fine to be laying down in bed alone. I could teach you how to speak my language, Rosetta Stone. I swear this life is like the sweetest thing I've ever